So I've integrated the chat, Twitch chat in my stream layout. It's actually kind of hard to keep up with chat while I'm drawing. I think the last time I started, last week, I was looking at chat too much, and I wasn't drawing as fast as I should be. So if I don't respond to everything, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best to keep up, but sometimes all I see is like the last thing in the chat. So I think I'll start off drawing the same thing I started off with last week, which is the Amabiye yokai. And in case you weren't here last week or you haven't seen this, it's a mythical Japanese monster that is said to ward off plagues. And if you draw a picture of it and show it to people, it will help ward off plagues. So a lot of people online have been drawing this yokai. And I started with it last week, so I figure it'd be a good warm-up. Maybe I'll make it a regular thing to start with this. So I'll post a picture of the original drawing of this yokai. It's a little crude. And you know, the whole time I've been looking at pictures of Amabiye, I've been thinking, what does this remind me of? I've seen this creature before, and I realized it reminds me of Ludicolo, the Pokemon Ludicolo. That weird like pineapple duck thing that with the sombrero dances. So I think today I'd like to draw an Amabiye that kind of looks like a Ludicolo. Not just any Ludicolo, but the Detective Pikachu version with the really creepy hands. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, so here's a picture of the Pokemon in question. Kind of got a similar vibe, right? But then when Detective Pikachu came out, they released this, so like, all the Pokemon there look more realistic. And 7-Eleven had these Slurpee straws with various Pokemon on it, and the Ludicolo one just looked horrendous. So I kind of want to hit that vibe. Let me try to find a picture of that. Okay. So that's what the straw looks like. It's not quite as cute as the original version. So with these in mind, let's start drawing. Let me just get this one out of the way. Yeah, I almost bought this straw when I saw it, just because it's so horrible. I shouldn't be too mean about it. I'm sure someone was hired to do this illustration of the realistic Detective Pikachu Ludicolo. And this is the best they could do because that design just does not lend itself to be cute and cuddly. Maybe they try and then, I don't know, maybe some execs were like, oh, this isn't looking up like the movie version. Make it more detailed. So like, it's got these like terrible fingers that could strangle you in the dark. And that's the vibe I want to hit. Yeah, those eyes aren't great either. I love the anime version. He's like, or it's like one of my most favorite Pokemon. Guess I'll give it like kind of a duck beak, because the Amabiye has a sharp beak. And I've seen most people interpret it as a sharp beak. I think I did last time. If we're making it Ludicolo, gotta be like a duck. Or it could be a goose beak. Like, have you seen a picture of a goose's tongue? It's like lined with tiny little rows of teeth. It's awful. That's why I like ducks a little bit more than geese. Maybe I could make it like a goose. Let me find a good reference of that. Yeah, like last time I drew the MVA, it was like super cutesy, kind of sparkly anime style, so I'm going like the other direction this time. Which kind of speaks to how I like to change up my style. Sometimes I'll draw really cute things, sometimes I'll draw really horrific things. So it'll be like that. It's got like teeth on its tongue. And then because I'm bad at coordinating right and left, I'm gonna flip it like this. It's really hard for me to like reference off of something that's not facing the same direction. I get really confused. I think about the beaks of birds a lot. Birds are something I need to get better at drawing. Actually, I had to study duckbills a lot when I did key art for Duck Game. I got to draw 4 very buff ducks with realistic duck heads. Look it up if you haven't seen it yet. I really like how my reference sheet is looking right now. And you know, the MVA is a yokai, it's a monster. So, kind of fits. Oh yeah, the MVA has like these weird diamond eyes. So I'll try to keep that at least. He's that 1,000-yard stare of Ludicolo. Oh, hang on, my brush pressure is acting up right now. I just need to do a quick fix. I see everyone is enjoying how this picture is looking so far. I'm just restarting my Wacom settings here. Yeah, it's back. Alright, back to this thing. Also, last time I made it into like a shirt design, not an actual shirt design, but I set up the file as though it wore one. So I'll do that again this time to show my process again. Thank you, RoboJosh. Yeah, Meatbun was the first company I designed a t-shirt for. They're good guys. And I believe John K from Fangamer discovered me from there. gave her like really big, cute, this is getting messed up, fins on the side of her head last time. I'll make him like smaller and less appealing this time. This is like the Netflix live action adaptation of my BA. Yeah, I love doing shirts for Dark Souls. That's one of those games I cannot play because it's way too hard for me. But I do love the designs. Oh, hi Liz! I'm drawing a Detective Pikachu Ludicolo style MBA. With like the creepy fingers. So last time I interpreted the MBA's weird pointy limbs down here as fins, almost like a seal. But this time I want to make them fingers. So my tablet is, or Cintiq is still acting up. I might have to do a restart after this. But first, let's do these creepy Ludicolo fingers. Yeah, see, that's the the downside to switching styles so much. So many people have told me like, "Oh, I didn't realize you did all this." It doesn't bother me though. Like, it's cool that people don't recognize that. It means I'm doing my job well, I think, because I do like to try so many different styles. It just makes it harder to have my work known, I guess. It's not like I have an immediately recognizable style. Yeah, let's keep it at 3 fingers, or not 3 fingers, 3 hands, to match this original drawing. So, I think last time I made the body of the MIB into like scales, because it does look like scales here. Like cute mermaid scales. But this time maybe I'll make it like rougher looking. So I'll get rid of some of this hair I was drawing here. More like a pine cone. Or pineapple. Pineapple is a better way to put it. Actually, yeah, the original Ludicolo, I always thought it had like a pineapple body, but I guess it is furry. Keep thinking pineapple for some reason. You know what, I like this interpretation so far. I like to think this is what the yokai actually look like. And the person who drew it just didn't do a great job because they're not the best artist. So I end up looking like this instead. Which is fine, because I think if this thing came out of the water and said, hey, you should display a picture of me everywhere, I don't think people would oblige as much. The Detective Pikachu Ludicolo has blown out pupils. I actually don't remember that. I want to see what this looks like now. Hang on. I did see that in theaters, by the way. Yeah, Bob and I went and we sat in these special expensive seats called what is it, like G-Force seats or something? I know that's a hamster movie, but I think it was also named The Seats. Anyway, like, it would like rumble along with the film, but Detective Pikachu isn't exactly the most action-filled. Yeah, D-Box. It was called D-Box. So, you know, every time like Pikachu sneezed or whatever, it would like vibrate a bit. I think whoever is in charge of implementing that stuff tried their best. Okay, I'm looking up Detective Pikachu, Ludicolo. Oh, okay. You know what? They marketed Ludicolo a lot, like they used him in marketing, but he was barely in the movie. So I totally forgot about this. Seeing like one scene. That is terrifying. Special effects and CG were done in Vancouver, by the way. And that studio's gone now. Yeah, those eyes are too realistic. I could go for that in this drawing. Kind of wall-eyed. I don't know if this makes it better or worse. You know, it actually kind of matches the original drawing better, so I'll stick with this. And then more fur or hair. I really love this hair part the Amabie has going on. It's very 90s. Like a 90s boy cut. Or Trunks from Dragon Ball. Okay, so there's my base sketch. I think it turned out pretty good. So I lower the opacity. Should let me save the file now. That's always important. Okay, so let's see. Last time I used like a rough ink brush. I used this brush, although right now, see, I don't have the pressure sensitivity on my Cintiq right now, so I'm not getting tapered ends. But maybe I'll take advantage of that and just make that part of the style. Ludicolo with a Rachel haircut? I could see that. It's got a lot of hair, just gotta layer it a bit. I'm gonna have to give myself a haircut soon. I'm just waiting for haircutting scissors to arrive. Although I have like super long hair, like it's down to my hips. So cutting it won't be such a big ordeal. It'll be easy. Yeah, Rachel did work at a coffee shop like Ludicolo. Would Rachel from Friends own a Ludicolo if she were in the Pokemon world? You know what, I want this pressure sensitivity back, so let me just restart my Cintiq again. Sorry about this, this happens sometimes. Listen to some of this great music in the meantime by Banshee Beat. He actually made me more music for this stream, which is awesome of him. Oh, and if you go to my Twitter, you'll see this post I made linking to this Animal Crossing style version of Senor Burns from The Simpsons that he made, just for fun. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, tablets are like way more affordable than ever right now. And if you can't get a Wacom tablet, there are cheaper alternatives. I can't name any offhand, but I know they're out there, and they work well. I use a Cintiq though, so it's like a monitor that I can draw on. Sorry, I'm just restarting Clip Studio, which is the program I use. Let's hope this worked. Usually when this happens, I have to restart my computer, but I'd like to avoid that if possible. I don't want to break the stream. Oh, there we go. Cool, okay. Yeah. I've got the tapering again. Hope it doesn't go away. I haven't decided what brush to use yet for this. I have so many brushes. I don't know how well you can see this. All these brushes I have. Whenever anyone asks me for brush recommendations for Clip Studio, I say Frienden brushes. And everyone else will tell you that. F-R-E-N-D-E-N. Problem is, I end up with so many brushes and I only end up using like 2 or 3 favorite ones. Find my inkers here. Oh, by the way, I'm not sure how long this stream will go on for, but last time I went on for 5 hours. I don't know if I'll do that again, but I guess we'll see. I had fun last time. This one's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm not someone who likes to accumulate too many tools. Like, the reason why I have all of these is because it came in a giant pack. I kind of like this jittery one. Kind of adds to the unsettling quality of this MVA. Let's try drawing with this one. See how that looks. It's called Ink Jagger. I'm not gonna be too tight with the lines here. Because I've got so many other things I gotta draw today. We took more suggestions from Instagram. We got even more requests this time compared to last time. It was really hard to choose. But I chose some of my favorite suggestions. And last time I drew mostly women. I'm gonna try not to do that this time. Not that there's anything wrong with drawing women. But I want to change it up a little bit. Yeah, all my requests came from Fangamer's Instagram story. If you have Instagram, you can go into their story, or you were able to anyway, and answer like a question form. But last time I did take like a couple of requests in the chat near the end of my stream, and I'll probably do that again this time. Because I want to be fair. Yeah, trust me, I didn't have Instagram for a really long time. And I finally got one just so I could follow tattoo artists. Because that's like the main platform they use. And then I started following Shiba Inus. And then I started following birds. And then now I do like Instagram stories when I'm bored, answering people's questions. I never did that before all this, but it's kind of fun. Yeah, Instagram is a really good way to keep track of artists, I found. My Instagram is space.coyote.art. I'm not very active on there though. I'm mostly just there to have a presence and to post my original stuff. Because I don't really have a place where I post my original works right now. So I decided to use that. I would like to use it more, but it's just, I don't like having too many social platforms to keep track of. Twitter alone is hard enough to keep track of. It's a lot of work. And people hire social media managers for a reason. I wish I could hire one. I'd hire an intern to print out all the best tweets on my feed for the day. And I'll read it in the morning like it's a newspaper. Thanks, I like how it's looking. It's a different kind of AMA-BA. Have 2 for your brand, max 3, anything else you're diluting your efforts. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. I had a Facebook fan page for a while too, because one of my friends offered to run it for me, and she never actually kept up with it, so I got rid of it. Yeah, anytime a company is involved in some kind of scandal, I feel bad for the person who has to manage their social media. They have to do all this damage control. There's gotta be like courses you can take for that, right? Courses in running a social media account. I wanna know what that's like. I could probably teach a course like that. Look how many followers I have on Twitter. I must be doing something right. All you gotta do is post relatable Simpsons memes. You've got it in the bag. Yeah, customer service is not my forte, so I would never want to be a social media manager. That's true, SpongeBob memes are for... A lot of people feel that way about Simpsons too. That's fine. I'm gonna be so out of touch, if I'm not already. Yeah, social media contests. I'm not the biggest fan of those. It depends on how they run. Like, if it's like, oh, retweet this and you'll win this prize pack. Like, I don't want to subject my followers to that. But I guess it's different if you aren't like a semi-public figure like I am. That's why I've often thought about if people don't like my Simpsons memes, they can unfollow me, it's fine. I'm not gonna stop with the Simpsons memes because I just suffer from Simpsons brain. I'm definitely not alone. I was gonna give her like long hair. I can just erase this part. You know, it's one advice I always give aspiring artists is like, just don't be afraid to start over from scratch or erase things. I do it all the time. Like, I'll work on something for an hour and then look at it and think, you know what, it was actually better before I put that thing there. It really is the only way. You know, this hand is not looking good. It just feels off balance. So what I'm gonna do is just move it over. Actually, first I'll put these lines on a separate layer. Around. That looks better. And then clean it up a bit. Oh shoot, where'd my brush go? There it is. Yeah, this is a big reason why I draw on digital medium. Especially when working for a client, of course. Okay. You just add a bit of shading. Sure I'll color this yet. Lines, because it does cover up a lot of mistakes. Or if there's an area that I can't quite get right, I'm like, I'll just cover it all in black. It's fine. I mean, that's not what I'm doing here though, because this drawing is perfect. Okay, I'll save this. Lombre. I forgot about Lombre. Yeah, Lotad is adorable. Not as much of a Lombre fan. That's why I totally forgot about that one. You know, kind of liked it on this yellow here. Trying to think of what would go well with this. Yeah, it's always a shame when like the middle evolution is like it's awkward teenage years almost. Yeah, you know what? Everyone looks awkward in their middle evolution stage. So I should give Lombre a pass. I'm gonna go for an orange. This is exactly what my design process is. I just kind of feel things out as I go along. 'Cause that's what I did last time. I mean, it also depends on how I'm feeling too. Like, I might just be like, I feel like drawing parrots that live for a very long time. Louis is 18, but... Oh, Louis turns 18 in July. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for spreading misinformation and telling lies. I think that's about done now. Actually, let me give more definition to these fingernails. And is canonically now. Orin from F10. 35. Yeah, that was right. Orin could be 35, but he's got a lot of gray hair. He has been through a lot. So I guess it kind of makes sense. He also drinks a lot. Isn't Maya in the latest Phoenix Wright game supposed to be getting up there too? But she still looks like she's like 16 years old. Look this up. Yeah, Maya is 28 years old in Spirit of Justice. The rougher I can make these, the more drawings I can get through. Actually, my favorite class in Final Fantasy games in general, like in the entire series, are gunners. Which is why I also like the machinist in FF14. I'm main monk. I'm working on samurai right now. But next I might go with machinist. Long range DPS. You know, I'm not really as hardcore enough of a player to know if a job is good or not, per se. I also play a lot of white mage. That's my healing job of choice. I feel like I would like Tifa more than Aerith. Actually, yeah, what is the accepted pronunciation of Aeris's name? Is it Aeris with an S? I think it was meant to be Marley. They would have an Y at the end. So yeah, I think Marley is wrong. I feel like because that's my Japanese knowing privilege. Yeah, I pronounce that Magus. I don't know if that's right or not, since that's not his name in Japanese. I guess Tifa has black hair, but it looks like she has brown hair in this concept art. I'll just give her, no, give her like dark brown hair. Make it a compromise. Plus this picture kind of has washed out lighting, so it works. Oh yeah, that's Pat Labor, right? But then I later found out it's Pat Labor. I think Pat Labor sounds cooler. I've also never watched how it's supposed to be pronounced is Macross, which I always pronounce as Macross. I think it's because in Japanese it's Makurosu, not Makurosu. Does that sound different to you at all? But yeah, because of the Japanese pronunciation, I always thought it was Macross. The U disappeared in a lot of American spellings. It's because in newspaper ads, they used to charge by the letter. So they would, people who want to advertise newspapers would cut out certain letters they thought were unnecessary. So words like favorite and color lost a U. It just became normal usage. You know what, I'm not gonna like color in all these details on the same layer. Gonna get rid of these. I'm gonna color in the big areas first, and then color in the details underneath that layer. It's faster that way. I'm almost done. Probably gonna average like a picture an hour. Although I'd like to go faster than that. I'll try to draw the next picture faster. It's just that this is a beloved character and I wanted to do her justice. Yeah, I feel like I've drawn Tifa before in a commission or something. But that's about smaller details. I'd say that's done. There's Cowboy Tifa. Alright, I'm gonna take a very short break. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I'm gonna go with something a lot easier this time. I actually got 2 requests for this time. Also, I just realized that last time I would start drawing and then people would guess what I was drawing. I forgot about that part. But hey, I was able to ask which Tifa people wanted, so it worked out. This time I'll start drawing though. I got 1 request for this last time and 2 this time. So it's about time I drew this. Yeah, it's Monokuma from Danganronpa. I chose not to do it last time because, again, I didn't want spoilers because I'm still going through the series. I'm almost finished with the second game. And I was afraid that people might, or someone might spoil something inadvertently. But this is a real quick one. I forgot who requested Danganronpa last time, but this time it was Zolo, Serapis, and Chihiro Shiro Hiro. 10th anniversary soon? Wow, it's already been 10 years. But yeah, this is one of those games where you should go into it totally blind. I did want to draw like a human character from it. Like the 2 people who requested it this time requested Monokuma specifically. The other one was just like anyone from Danganronpa. Oh, I think I've lost pen pressure again. Sorry, give me 1 minute. I'm restarting the program again. Yeah, it's all good. I mean, this drawing is pretty much already done. I want to add a second character into the mix here. I've got an idea. I definitely get a different feeling out of this character compared to probably most other North American players, because he's voiced by a beloved voice actress who's well known for playing Doraemon. And that's a voice that many Japanese people grew up with. It's a very nice, pleasant, nurturing voice. And to hear it coming out of Monokuma is very unsettling. Okay, now I'm looking at reference for the other character. Adjustments easily. Or his paws just nubs? Trying to take a closer look here. Yeah, I think they're just nubs. He's got like no paw definition to speak of. Tom Nook's nubs. Try them. They're delicious. I think Monokuma would make an interesting villager. Let me just adjust the canvas size. Actually, I'll just make them smaller. I really should be drawing at a smaller size in general for these streams. Isabelle would not be pleased though. Can you imagine what she'd think? Tom Nook's muzzle is so weird, it's just like a point. It works in 3D, but I don't know how to draw it exactly. I guess once I color it, it'll look better. That's true, Isabelle is a Doom fan. Maybe her and Monokuma would be an unlikely duo. If she starts turning on Tom Nook in favor of Monokuma running the island. I feel like I'm shipping Isabelle and Monokuma now. That's not right. See, flip this, and now I gotta adjust his head. It's a little bit skewed. So is he, actually. Secretarial administrative shipping. Is there like a proper fandom term for that? It kind of feels weird seeing these two together. I feel like I should change Monokuma's proportions a bit, so he looks like he belongs more in the Animal Crossing world. So let me try that. I might just get rid of his body entirely. Actually, what does a bear look like in Animal Crossing? I'm gonna look that up. There's bear characters, right? Yeah, there is. I can never tell if I like Cub or not in Animal Crossing. He's that weird, like... No, not Cub, Stitch? Or Stitches or whatever? Yeah, Stitches. It's that weird, like, colorful bear with the X eyes. I feel like he's kind of a Monokuma type. Now this just looks more unsettling. I mean, it works. I would love the ability to like make your own villagers in the game. A custom villager which you could then send to a friend's town. Possibly to terrorize them. It looks a little better. Yeah, I feel like they would never give us the ability to play as an animal, unfortunately. But they should at least give us the option to make our own villagers. Oh, hi, Ice5. Yeah, all this music was done by Banshee Beat, and it basically asked for Animal Crossing-esque music, and he definitely delivered. But remember in Miitomo, well, do you remember Miitomo at all? When you could make a Mii and then like send it to your friend as a messenger? It'd be something like that, I imagine. Oops, I think I lost the chat for a bit. Hold on a second. Actually, I'll just watch my XSplit. I can see the chat from here. Just more adjustments after flipping this. clean line work can often take a lot longer than my rough sketchy style because of how precise I have to be with the lines. Totally changing the subject here, but I've heard that emergency rooms are actually kind of... But I have injuries from staying inside. One of them is I have a burn mark on my finger now because I started ordering groceries. Which is great, like I never did it before. I'm like, oh, this is so convenient. But my groceries came with some ice. And I grabbed the ice bag, or one of them, and it burned me because it turned out it was dry ice, and you're not supposed to handle it with your bare hands. Unfortunately, I didn't see that until I picked it up. So now I've got a burn on my finger. I also took a chunk of skin off my hand from falling off my chair. And I don't even remember how I fell out of my chair. I think I moved wrong. And it just like... I'm on a rolly chair, so it rolled away from me and I fell. And this is both on my right hand. So my drawing hand looks so banged up right now. I'm like looking at it while I'm drawing. These are all just from staying inside and being dumb. Yeah, I've heard about people who work in the ER getting like laid off right now. Oh yeah, that too. Too much hand washing. Gotta keep them moisturized. I've also got like a sore finger, a sore right index finger from playing too much Animal Crossing. And my wrist is starting to hurt actually from just being inside on the computer all day. These are all such wimpy injuries. But my right hand is taking a beating. So I've stopped playing Animal Crossing as much. Like I'll do my daily stuff in the morning and play a bit at night, but that's about it. My finger is recovering now. And I also bought a vertical mouse. It's like a regular mouse, but it's like standing up so that you grip it in a more natural position. You aren't twisting your wrist to make your palm face down on the table or the desk. Instead, you're kind of gripping it like a joystick almost. And it still feels like a little weird, but I think I'm gonna get used to it pretty quickly. And I played FF14 with it last night too, and it was fine. It definitely feels more ergonomic. So yeah, be careful with staying indoors all day. Be on the computer all day. I'm actually sore a lot recently too, because it used to be that I would only exercise like a few days out of the week, going to the Muay Thai gym. But my gym is closed, obviously, so I've had to exercise at home. So I do it every day now. And because of that, I'm like more sore than usual. Just checking my reference again. Okay. got this part wrong. Yeah, I like his sleepy look too. You know, there are actually a bunch of characters from New Leaf that I miss. Like Red. And Brewster especially. I'm hoping they show up for special events at least. I don't want any more of that bunny though. Oh yeah, last time I streamed I was complaining about all the eggs. You know what sucks though? I really thought that once the eggs were gone, I could then focus on cherry blossom recipes. But it actually went away before Bunny Day happened, all the cherry blossom trees. I only got like 2 recipes for those. It felt like a ripoff. Tom Nook and Isabel both. It feels like they both commute to work. Cause yeah, they don't have houses on the island. Yeah, I like the cherry blossom items a lot. And I thought the cherry blossoms would be around for the whole month. And it makes sense that they'd go away just like in real life. But it shouldn't have overlapped with the Bunny Day stuff. It was very satisfying selling all the eggs once it was done though. Yeah, they were pretty. I was kind of sad when they went away. I'm gonna leave out some of the lines here so I can do colors instead. Start skipping all of them. Man, I really wish they would release the shirt that Tom Nook wears. I know a bunch of not Fangamer, Nintendo employees were wearing it at PAX. If they could, like, sell it in the Nintendo store, I bet they'd make bank. Especially when it's one of those things that's a lot harder for a fan to make, as opposed to like a printed t-shirt. feet kind of remind me of the feet the characters had in Fire Emblem Awakening. Those really confused me for a while. I thought it was some kind of glitch where their feet were missing for the longest time, and then I realized they're just really, really tiny, stubby little feet that you can barely see. Yeah, Team Rocket Jacket would be cool. There's so much good Pokemon merchandise in Japan that doesn't make it over here. Yeah, I unfortunately have not played Fire Emblem games since Awakenings, even though I want to. But did they eventually got rid of that, right? The weird nub feet. I did enjoy that game. That design choice though. Yeah, they coloring. You know, I said this was gonna be easier, but I think I made it harder for myself by adding this extra element. Really great looking game. Feet asides. Yeah, this should be easy to color. I'm just gonna do flat colors. Maybe some shading, we'll see how I feel about it. Oh, do they no longer have the children aspect of it? Oh yeah, in Three Houses, are you like supposed to play all three houses, or is that just a choice people are making because they want to see all the content? Oh, my computer's starting to slow down a lot. Oh, I see. So to get the full story, it's better to go through all the routes. Let me crop this picture, actually. My computer's starting to struggle with this. That's weird. Okay, never mind, that's not working. think I got some requests for Fire Emblem characters for the stream, but that would take way too long. Cool designs, but some of them are pretty detailed. When it comes to drawing armor, I'm not the most confident. Okay, let me do this eye mask here. Not totally sure how to do this nose. Yeah, Nook just looks wrong without the eye mask part. A lot of his brown parts are kind of have a gradient fade to them. I'm doing like flat shading. Oh yeah, I forgot his tail. Let me draw that in real quick. Now for Tom Nook's nubs. Alright. I guess the shirt is the most complicated part. Gotta look up this design. If Tom Nook can fly, I'm trying to think of how that would work. I feel like he'd be too lazy to do it. Kind of like how humans can walk, but a lot of people choose to drive everywhere instead. Kind of like that. Like maybe he can fly, but he chooses to walk. My logic is not. Game, I think every villager feels a lot kinder. Didn't they used to say like way meaner things in past games? Yeah, they've lost their edge, that's how I feel. What happened to their personalities? Yeah, maybe it's that sleepy island vacation-y feel that's mellowing them all out. Makes me feel like I'm the me one. Just cause I like to whack the villager I don't like in the head with a net all the time. and snitch on her to Isabel. Yeah, the villager I want off of my island is a kangaroo. And she's got a kid in her pocket. She was one of my starter villagers, and I was like, hey, I didn't agree to kids on the island. How does a robot catch fleas? I think his ears are too pink. I'm gonna desaturate that. I'm gonna call this done. Oh wait, I forgot his buttons. So let me add some of this. I mean, this request for Monokuma really turned into something else. Oh, Rodney. Apparently a lot of people don't like Rodney. I think he's kind of cool, though. Yeah, I think he's a hamster, a really dopey looking one. Okay, I'm saving this. And I'm back. Alright, so I've gone through 2 requests so far. And look at my list of requests here. Alright, I'm gonna go with a request from John Magrum, who is a friend of Fangamer. This is a very interesting request. I can't decide if I should tell you right up what it is he requested, or if I should just start drawing it. I'll just start drawing it. Let me look up reference first. Yeah, everyone likes a good guessing game, right? Oh, this pose he requested though, it's kind of hard. Let me try. I think I'll just start off by drawing the poses. If it was Waddle Dee wearing a top hat and monocle, I would draw that, because that seems pretty easy. Let's see. Yeah, Waddle Dee is just like a blob with flippers. Man, I really like this track. I think this is one of the new ones that Banshee Beat made for me. It's supposed to be hugging, but drawing hugging is so hard. You should look up reference. Look at references for poses usually means looking at a bunch of bad stock images. Okay. I'm gonna go with more traditional pose, I think. Still not as hard as drawing hugging in the Simpsons style. Try to figure out how those arms get positioned and where their huge heads go. I feel like I'm putting too much thought into this already. What if John's even watching the stream? Well, when he sees this picture, he'll know that I listened to his request. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. I need to draw the rest of the bodies here. Is Everdread still in the chat? Anime version of Klimt the Kiss. No, but that does exist in the ending credits of the anime Elephant Lead. Oh hey Everdread. I feel like you'll appreciate this picture. Hey Knob. Thanks for coming to my stream. In case people aren't aware, Knob or Doug Dinsdale in the chat translated all the Pokemon games up to Platinum. Among other games, of course. So he's a pretty big deal. And look at reference for this other character, which I really don't want to, but I have to. Alright. This is definitely gotta be a first. No, but I've been enjoying your cooking endeavors, by the way. Those ribs you made especially look so good. Of course you'd be the first to figure it out. You figured it out from the ear tips. This is why I said it. This is why I said I didn't want to look up reference for this. Because now I have to stare at this thing. This is Ronald's son. He's not gonna eat him. Yeah, if you haven't seen this movie, don't watch it. I actually never saw it until I saw the MST3K Netflix special where they covered this movie. It was not what I was expecting, like, at all. That's probably the best way to experience that movie, is watching that on Netflix. The Mystery Science Theater riff on it. I wouldn't want to watch it any other way, that's for sure. Yeah, so John Magrum requested Ronald McDonald hugging Mac and me. By Mac and me, I'm assuming he meant Mac for Mac and me. Not Mac and him. Oh yeah, that's more so Paul Rudd's thing than Conan's thing. Okay, how do I want to ink this? You don't think he looks completely hideous in my drawing? Maybe it's off model. Makes you wonder now if there's any Japanese fan art of Mac for Mac and me. if anyone wants to like... Oh, they screen it at Cat Fangamer? That sounds like a Cat Fangamer thing to do. I never noticed these weird nubs on Mac's head here. Not that I spent much time staring at this character. Yeah, you know what? Because of this, now I'll probably be able to draw this character from memory pretty decently. I don't know how I feel about that. When I post this on Twitter, I should put the hashtag wholesome content on it. I never realized Ronald had such big sleeves before. They're also shorter than I drew them here. I'm gonna erase this. I think this is also the first time I've drawn Ronald. Or Donald as he's called in Japan. No, I think they thought Ronald or Donald McDonald is easier to say, or more fun to say. Ronald had a cup nose? You know, this is kind of fun. I should draw more McDonald's characters sometime. I want to draw Mayor McCheese. And Mac tonight. Oh, and the Grimace with like the 4 arms? Or was it 6 arms? Wow, I've never seen Ronald's original design before. How does he keep his that cup on his nose though? Does he just have a really long nose? Is that the idea? The Grimace. The Fry Kids are the weird shaggy things with the striped socks and sneakers, right? They're like meant to represent the prize. Original Grimace had 4 arms and he could carry 2 drinks per arm. That's a lot of drinks. That was before they invented cup holders. Oh, he was a villain. Did he steal the shakes? Was that the idea? Kind of like a Hamburglar character, but with shakes. Bob knows a lot about this. Was there a Grimace redemption arc? Is that the idea? Just like Vegeta. I drew him way too handsome, but whatever. That's just the way things go in my stream. Yeah, Bob did a Retronauts episode about like fast food characters. Was it fast food characters in general, or was it McDonald's specifically? Games based on commercials, right? Oh, hi, John. You did come back at the right time. You'll be happy to know that Everdread was the first to guess what this is. Thank you for the request. Thanks to you, though, I had to stare at an image of Mac, which is not pleasant. And now I know how to draw him from memory, so thank you for that. Mono looks weird without his makeup. I'm not gonna keep this way, by the way. I'll add in the colors, but yeah, that just looks wrong. Oh yeah, I was talking about how I never saw Makami until MST3K, the Netflix version, did an episode about it. That was my first time seeing any of it. And I wasn't sure what I was expecting from that movie, but it was not that. And actually, before I watched it, I had no idea it was like an ad for McDonald's. Although, it wasn't as like McDonald's promotion heavy as I thought it would be. There's just one scene where they go to McDonald's, that's about it. It is Coke heavy. Coke is the elixir of life in that movie. I'm trouble with the sleeves here. You want a shirt of this? Pretty sure we get sued by McDonald's. Per my disclaimer at the beginning of the stream, Nothing I draw on this stream will be turned into shirts or prints. I'm sorry. Maybe we could send this picture to that McDonald's charity, Ronald McDonald House. And they could sell prints of it. Actually, this should be turned into an oil painting to be hung above a fireplace. Doing the flip check again. Yeah, that looks wrong. But why would anyone want the MFA when they could have this instead? Has McDonald's ever acknowledged this movie? Like, since it was released? Or could you get, like, fired from McDonald's for talking about this movie at all? One of those situations. You know, we were talking about social media managers at the beginning of the stream. And I bet there's, like, a huge rulebook for anyone who runs the McDonald's account. And one of those rules is probably something like, do not acknowledge Mac and me. We do not discuss Mac and me. Yeah, don't engage with the Wendy's Twitter account. Probably stuff like that. I bet you there's like a PDF that's like 300 pages long. I'm actually surprised I haven't gone for the cool guy in social media thing yet. Maybe it's because like past attempts at trying to be relevant to youth culture totally backfired on them. Like, remember that infamous ad where a guy was like ogling a cheeseburger and he said, "I'd hit that"? Ugh, now I have to look at pictures of Mac again. I gotta get the spots just right. You know what I would love is one of those chairs that looks like a pile of nuggets. Or some fries. The little ones they had for kids. I want that, but like for adults. Ergonomic McDonald's gaming chairs. Mac's flesh tone is disgusting. I wouldn't call this a privilege to draw this. But it is an honor. And his eyes are disgusting too. He's just like this really pale blue-gray. Kind of like milky white almost. Needs pupils. I guess you do look kind of sunburnt. Why don't they wear clothes on that planet? I really shouldn't start asking questions about the Mac and Me planet. There's way too much to get into. Also, I'm like decades late when it comes to commenting on that film. I gotta give Mac those like kind of creepy, realistic giant gund eyes. Do you know what I'm talking about? The gund plushes. I feel like his cheeks are stuffed with pus. That's why they're bulbous like that. I should give him rosy cheeks. Gotta cute him up a bit. Or would that look like he's blushing from being hugged too much? That's kind of disturbing. So I gotta do it. He has so many wrinkles on his eyes, like, I'm not drawing enough. He looks like a 32-year-old anime character. That's what anime characters become when they reach their 30s. They become Mac. Look at these D32 for all we know. Oh, that reminds me, like, how old was E.T. supposed to be? Was he a kid alien? Kinda hard to tell. 'Cause he looks like a wrinkly old man. 'Cause that's the look they were going for, right? They wanted to make him look like a frail old person. 'Cause kids love that. Yeah, I was scared of E.T. when I was a kid. I feel like he's supposed to be juvenile. Spending way too long on this. This is actually the fastest picture I've drawn in the stream so far. Probably because I want to get it over with. You're right, maybe I am just very inspired right now. I never knew this was what I needed in my life. given those rosy eyelids that he's so well known for. And the liver spots. Those are liver spots, right? It's kind of got like a Mr. Burns body going on. Hey John, you might get your wish. Reed is on board with making this into a t-shirt. Could make it a hoodie. With this picture largely printed on the back. That's probably close enough. I don't want to look at reference of his body. Oh, he's got like this bloated belly. Oh, he's got creepy fingers. Forgot about that. It wouldn't really make sense to see them in this picture though. I guess I gotta include them. Hang on a second. Hey, this picture was a request. I didn't ask for this. I don't know, I think I'm gonna just change his arm position for this, so you can see his creepy fingers. Kinda look like, eye fingers. I think that's what they're called. Yeah. A-Y-E, A-Y-E. They have weird fingers. Yeah, that's the thing, like, with Mac not clutching back, it just looks like Ronald is hugging him for way too long or something, and Mac just wants it to be over. Instead, Mac should be more receptive. There we go. I just want to apologize to Reed while he's here. I was drawing video game stuff before this. Yeah, they didn't clothe the aliens in this movie until the very end, when they are clothed, and somehow I think they look worse. Yeah, Reed, I think we need to take Fangamer into a bold new direction. We gotta start looking into fast food merchandise and character design. Imagine the profits. Or we could publish video games based on fast food restaurants. Bring those back. Did they use spots on his hands? Let's see. His fingers are so knobby. I gotta give them more definition, I think. Like, his knuckles are enormous. Can't believe I've only spent half an hour on this. It's felt like an eternity. I feel like this needs a background now. I gotta film these whites. Okay. I kind of want to put a giant hamburger in the background. Or, no, a cheeseburger. The background should be a Burger King. I like that idea, but I don't want to spend too long on the background. Good idea, though. I'm just gonna do this real quick. I don't even know how heavily cheeseburgers are featured in that movie. I really like doing food art. I don't do enough of it. Oh no, Reed's children are being inspired by this. I don't know how I feel about that. I saw a meme going around on Twitter the other day that was something like, what's your most normie thing you'll admit to? I think mine is that I think like American cheese is good. It's good in certain things. Like I feel like if you're making a cheeseburger or grilled cheese sandwich especially, you gotta use like Kraft singles. Because whenever I have like fancier grilled cheeses, it just doesn't feel right. With mac and cheese, yeah, I feel like I like the junkier mac and cheeses way more than the fancy stuff. Trying to find good bread for this part. The ketchup. Yeah, I bet so many Canadians have KD stashed up right now. I like Annie's though. Annie's mac and cheese. It's healthy in quotation marks. It almost looks like Ronald has a cheeseburger halo. It almost looks religious. Cream cheese and a grilled cheese sandwich. That sounds really good, actually. I would try that. Kind of add a filter on this whole thing to bring it together. Need a soft light here. That looks better. Ketchup with grilled cheese? I never tried it actually. I can see how that would work though, because grilled cheese is often paired with tomato soup, and that's good. Oh man, I've had like rice with apple slices and a grilled cheese, and that was really good. Okay, I'd say this is done. So thank you, question mark, for that request, John. You're welcome. Actually, I've been thinking I should, like on my Be Right Back screen, at least have a shot of my most recent picture. So let me just add that before I step away for a few minutes. I'm just adding it now. Make this smaller. Yeah, I'll make a prettier version of this later. But there, now everyone has to stare at this picture for a while. Okay, I'll be back. And I'm back. I think I actually want to take a request from the chat this time. Because I've done 3 requests from Instagram so far. By the way, John, I could send you the high-res file of that so you can make your own print. I might want to draw a guy, because I drew a lot of female characters last stream. I guess I'll be drawing a lot of guys this time. Just what I was trying to go for. I drew Tifa, and then I drew Monokuma from Danganronpa, Tom Nook from Animal Crossing, and then Ronald McDonald and Mac and Me, or Mac from Mac and Me. I guess I've drawn like more characters than last time so far. because the last one I drew was a twofer. Horse chiffon would be interesting. Let me look up what he looks like again. That armor. Anyone with armor is an ordeal. But his isn't too bad. A lot of chainmail though. Marth from the NES version. Right, the pantsless version. Is Artbird a popular character? Cause I remember him. But I don't know if I've ever seen any fan art of him. Gumshoe? I've actually tried drawing Gumshoe before, back when I was like deep into Ace Attorney fandom. And I found him really hard to draw for some reason. Well, Artbird is just like the evil goatee version of the main default Warrior of Light. Actually, speaking of Japanese characters, cartoon characters in their 30s, I think Gumshoe is also like early 30s. Let me look it up. Yeah, Gumshoe is supposed to be 32 years old. I don't know. You know, I could draw a Harsha font from FF14. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. After what I had to draw last time, I wouldn't mind drawing a very pretty elf. As opposed to a bloated, sunburnt alien. Yeah, I like Zale a lot. I've been getting back into FF14 a lot too. But I feel like I've been having a harder time getting into doo-doos because most Final Fantasy fans are playing the FF7 remake right now. Ronald McDonald isn't an alien? I don't know. I've not started Shadowbringers yet. Trying to get through the stuff between Stormblood and Shadowbringers right now. What patch am I on? I don't know. I'm not like a super hardcore FF14 player, so there's like a lot of technical things about the game I don't know. I'm more of a casual player who only just started doing raids like a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I took a long break from the game after I finished Stormblood, so it's so nice getting back into it. Yeah, see, when you're naming those patches like that, I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know where I'm at in the game. I'm also catch up on stuff from Heavensward, even. Going through raids and dungeons and duties I've not done yet. Because I kind of just like powered through all the content up to Stormblood. Because when I started playing, that's around the time Stormblood came out. So I just did like the minimum and then went right on to Stormblood. Yeah, I'm actually going through Alexander right now. I'm finding it to be a lot of fun. I love Alexander. Like just from the series in general, I've always found the concept of him to be so cool. So yeah, this is a good Final Fantasy XIV request because his armor is not nearly as crazy as some other characters. I'm trying to avoid spoilers for the latest DC, but I've seen like some fan art here and there. And the characters seem cool. How does his armor even work? He's got like a weird... Oh, I thought it was a harness, but it's, I guess it's like a chest piece? It's always interesting trying to parse armor. I'm on Excalibur. It's a very busy one, from what I can tell. I don't know what's going on with these strappy things. Oh, I get it now. He's got like a chainmail sleeves that extend into his chest. Once I understand how the armor works, it's not so bad. I just realized I've been doing a lot of Final Fantasy characters. Because last time I did Rydia from FF4. And today I've drawn Tifa and now Harshifont. That's about good enough. I feel like I don't have the shape of his hair quite right. I feel like his neck needs to be longer. It's an elven thing. I want to know what you guys are talking about when you're saying E6, E7. What does that mean? Oh, okay, the current raid. No wonder I don't know what you're talking about. What does his ear cuff look like? Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. Think about how people refer to raids. See, I don't know all this terminology. Okay, I think I'm ready to ink this. It's definitely a nice break after the last thing I had to draw. Gonna go with a rough brush again. Yeah, this is the second pointy-eared pretty boy I've drawn this stream. Maybe whatever planet or whatever race Mac's family is from, he's considered to be very handsome. Oh yeah, I drew Shantae last time. I like drawing pointy ears. Although my favorite kind of elf ears to draw are the really long ones. Like the Night Elves from World of Warcraft. That's a style I like. Yeah, Deedlit from Lodos Wars. Definitely. I never watched that show, but I appreciated her ears. I remember when girls used to cosplay as her all the time at conventions, and now you never see that. Like every blonde girl would dress as Deedlit. Am I mistaken, or was there both an OVA and a TV series for that one? There's a Deedlit game coming out? Okay, yeah, I know the OVA is the one with like the really good animation, but the TV series isn't as good, apparently. Not just the animation quality, but just in general. Just trying to think of opinions I heard in the 90s. I've just never been super into fantasy stuff, which is why I never checked out Lodos Wars. I did watch a lot of Slayers, but that's different. You don't watch it for the fantasy, you watch it for the comedy. Hello? Slayers is one of the first good dubs. Drawing Slayer's fanart was one of the first times I would draw anyone in like fantasy armor and stuff like that. I was not interested in that kind of thing otherwise. And now I only draw it when I draw Final Fantasy characters. Like right now. Yeah, Slayer's lore ran super deep. If you went beyond just the anime. I still remember a lot of it too. gonna keep this one really rough, because I'm starting to get tired. I tried watching Lost Universe and it was not good. It's honestly very disappointing. I know a lot of people who love Slayers, but did not like Lost Universe at all. How do I want to do the chainmail? Are you from the Game Center CX thread? Game Center CX is gonna have their 300th episode soon, and they're gonna do a 5-hour live show. I actually haven't kept up with that show in a while, but I need to catch up. Since I'm kind of like friends with the staff, I feel bad that I fell so far behind. I started getting really busy. Yeah, apparently they never ran out of video games. There are at least 300 video games in the world, if you can believe it. I think I can start coloring this. Just making some adjustments here. He's kind of got a very muted color scheme. What do I want to use for this? Maybe like a watercolor? I haven't used watercolors yet. I think that would work. Oh wait, I need to add more texture. The chainmail texture. He has it up here too. He's like all chainmail, this guy. Yeah, not too much of Japanese TV is fan translated. It's true, like sometimes I want to watch stuff and I can find fan translated stuff, but the translations are often not great, and as someone who knows Japanese, it's frustrating to see distracting when I'm trying to watch it and I see the subtitles are just flat out wrong most of the time, or they misunderstood a joke or reference. Okay, I'll start with coloring his chainmail here. It's all at the bottom. I don't know what Super Chample is. What is that? I'm using the opaque watercolor brush that comes with Clip Studio, by the way. Is it a competitive breakdancing show? That sounds cool. Is it funny, or is it just a straight up competitive show? And why is it called Chample? Yeah, sure, throw me a link on Twitter, I can check it out later. I'm sure some of my friends will be very happy to see that I've drawn this guy. He's very popular. The watercolor about works well for this. What color are his eyes? Okay, they're blue. I thought so. And now just his hair. some dark color on his eyes too. Which I always appreciate. I'd say that's done. Alright. So there's Harshafont, everyone's favorite. I think I'll actually stop here, because I've got other work I need to do. Maybe just recap here and show what I've drawn on this stream. So I drew this cool MFBA shirt design. Here's a mock-up. I totally wear this, by the way. Cowboy Tifa. Oh, you can't see them? Oh, that's really weird. Hold on a second, sorry. Why can't you see these? That's really weird. Hang on. Do I have to, like, open them one at a time? Let me try this again. I don't think I had this problem last time. Let me see if that's showing up. It's not oh, there it is, okay. So that's the MFBA that I drew at the beginning of the stream. I'm gonna close these and bring it up one at a time. There's the mock-up. The stream did go some interesting places. It was a lot creepier. I hope you don't mind that, because I liked it. And then Cowboy Tifa, I asked which Tifa I should draw, and Cowboy won. Or Cowgirl, I should say. And then I drew Monokuma. And I threw in a Tom Nook as a bonus. And then I drew this thing, which doesn't leave the stream. And then Best Boy from FF14. I'm gonna put these up on my Twitter again. If you don't know where my Twitter is, there's a tag at the bottom of the screen, Space Coyote. Alright, thanks again for watching. And thanks to Banshee Beat again for providing even more music for me. And I hope I get to do this again. It's only gonna get creepier. I promise you that.